Fab, thank you very much for joining me on camera. And thank you very much for joining us at Experiment CGI's Software Engineering Conference. It was brilliant to hear you speak about Codex, but this is coming at some way into a collaboration between CGI and OpenAI. We've been working together for the best part of 2 years now. I guess our work with Codex is relatively recent, but you've been helping our engineering teams with their own AI enablement. Could you, what have you seen from our teams?
What I've seen is there's tons of questions, and if there's something that the people at CGI are, it's definitely curious. And I think that's one of the most important things. We just talked about it in the conference. It's there's so many new things, skills, how to work with the context. And so you need to be curious to understand that. And all the questions that I receive are very related to that.
One of the examples we used today was our work with a big government department. And I know that you've been involved on the periphery, helping our teams to get up to speed with the use of generative AI in practice. I think what we're seeing there is Codex is immediately applicable not just within software engineering, but more broadly.
The harness is basically the environment in which Codex works and how it works. It can actually be used for a lot of things. It can basically run things on your computer, and so it can read files, create files. And so we've seen your team actually using that for project management and building reports, building process maps. And this is something that you can also automate with skills, and where your team has been using that. We use that internally a lot for a lot of things. You can connect that to your internal services. And so that's something that, I've been very pleased to see that you guys have been embracing and using.
And I think the key is to move quickly from experimentation that works to highlight those really high value use cases that prove themselves in practice, and then move really quickly into production and then scaling. And I guess that's where we see our collaboration moving further.
100%. We've seen today, one of your team that highlighted that they've estimated some work that should have taken was it 4 or 5 weeks? Mm-hmm. They've actually done it in 5 days. Mm-hmm. So we're not speaking about 5-10% of productivity. We're reducing weeks of work in days.
And I think that's a great example. We're seeing the opportunity not necessarily to do more with less, but to do more writ large. And I think that's really important when you're working with critical industries. And I hope that we very much get the opportunity to do more in collaboration.